Hi, I'm Dr. John. I'd like to share with you today how I can help you with your low back pain and not only decrease your pain quickly, but also reduce your muscle spasms and increase your mobility so that you're able to function fully without pain and without discomfort. And the reason that's important is so that you can return to work, not worry about work as you're driving to it and being in pain, and being able to function while you're at work, and then not being in excruciating pain once you return after exerting yourself all day. And things like sleeping, not being in pain when you lay down to go to sleep, not tossing and turning all night long, and then in the morning waking up and getting up out of the bed, being able to do things like bathing and showering and dressing. After over 9 years of experience, what I found to be the most common cause of low back pain are three things. Number one, disc bulge. Number two, joint jamming. Number three, pinched nerves. And after over 10,000 treatments with patients, what I found to be the most effective therapies are three things again. Number one, chiropractic treatment. Number two, muscle stimulation. Number three, therapeutic massage. Now let me explain to you a little bit about how chiropractic treatment works. In chiropractic, we look for an inflamed area of the spine. The effect is that we reduce muscle spasms, we increase joint space, and we reduce pain. Now with the muscle stimulation is a mild form of gentle stimulating current. It feels like a tingling massage. Three effects with that. Number one, it acts as a nerve block which reduces your pain. Number two, it reduces muscle fatigue. And number three, it reduces muscle spasm. Licensed professional therapeutic massage. What happens there is it's a gentle form of manual therapy where we find areas of muscle contraction and muscle spasm. Okay, the number one, pain is reduced. Number two, muscles are stretched, and that leads to reduced spasming of the muscles. Now, to give you an example of a patient we had who had low back pain in our office, a patient named Gary came into our office and he had strained his low back after physical activity. He was a runner and jogger and loved to do it. And what we found is after working with him, just for a few visits, he found himself 50% better. And just after a week or so, he was able to return to his activity, which he loved so much, which was running and jogging again. And after just a few more weeks, he was able to stop care and he was able to continue with his activity with no pain whatsoever. Now let me explain to you why patients choose our office for our care. Three things. Number one, I'm a member of the Ohio State Chiropractic Association. Being a member provides us with information on the latest trends in care and treatments and therapies so we can provide the most effective care for our patients. Number two, we're a member of the Better Business Bureau, and that's a commitment to quality and excellence to our patients. Then number three, we are a winner of the 2015 Patient's Choice Awards for chiropractor in the Cincinnati area. Now, what I'd like to offer you, if you're suffering from pain and discomfort and suffering, I'd like to offer you our new patient special for $47. Now that includes four things. That includes number one, a private consultation. The private consultation has three purposes. Number one, detect the area of injury. Number two, after doing that, determine the most appropriate therapy for that area. Number three, once I've determined the most appropriate treatment in the area, then we can determine the most effective course of treatment which will get you out of pain the fastest. The second part of the special is a 4-point patient exam. That includes 4 tests. Number one, range of motion test, which will allow me to identify specifically the joints that are restricted. Number two, nerve test, which will allow me to specifically identify nerves which are involved. Number three, muscle testing, which will allow me to identify specifically which muscles are involved. And then lastly, number four, orthopedic test, which will allow me to detect specifically which tendons, ligaments, and cartilage may be involved. Now, if necessary, the third part are x-rays, which we can do 2 x-rays if needed to determine specifics and see the area in detail and see what it looks like on the inside. The fourth component is if we determine that you are a chiropractic patient and you are going to benefit from chiropractic services, then I'll provide one chiropractic treatment and one therapy, muscle stimulation, which has the important benefit of reducing muscle spasm and pain. I will also include a bonus of one bottle of BioFreeze, which is an all-natural muscle pain relieving gel. Now I also want to offer a two-part guarantee. The first part, number one, is that if we do determine that you're not going to benefit from our services, then I'll be happy to refer you to a specialist. And there will be no charge for your office visit. And you can keep the bottle of BioFreeze. The second part of the guarantee is that if you're not satisfied with your treatment, then once again, there's no charge for the office visit. And yes, again, you can keep the bottle of BioFreeze. This is limited. This is limited to the first 10 callers of the calendar month. And the reason for that is because of space constraints within our office. So if you are suffering in pain, then I'd like to invite you to take part in sharing our $47 new patient special. We can help you. You can call us at 513-385-CARE. That's 385-2273.